நெருங்கிய பொருள் கைப்பட வேண்டும், மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டும், கனவு மெய்ப்பட வேண்டும், கைவசமாவது விரைவில் வேண்டும், கனமும் இன்பமும் வேண்டும், தரணீரே வெறுமை வேண்டும், கண் திறந்திட வேண்டும், காரியத்தில் உறுதி வேண்டும், பெண் விடுதலை வேண்டும், பெரிய கடவுள் ஆக்க வேண்டும், மண் பயனுற வேண்டும், வானகமெங்கும் தென்பட வேண்டும், உண்மை நின்றிட வேண்டும்.
ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே மா. என்ன சர்ப்ரைஸ்டா? நீ தான் ஃபங்க்ஷன் கிங்ஷன்லாம் வாண்டான்னு சொன்னேன். பட் பீப்புள் வாண்டட் டு கம் அண்ட் விஷ் யூ அண்ட் மீட் யூ. ஸோ Ramya came up with this plan that, if they can't come here, we will still find a way to get them here. So there are a lot of people waiting to give you wonderful messages on this incredible day. 80 years is not a small thing. So without wasting much time, I will pass on to a lot of people waiting in queue to wish you. Bye.
Alright, இப்போ சொல்.
பாக்கியா அந்த காலத்தில் வந்து எல்லாரும் டிஆர் மாதிரி காப்பி ரைட்டர் சொல்லுவா. அப்புறம் படிக்கும்போது ஸ்டேட்டில் ஒரு ஸ்டேட்லேருந்து வேறு லாங்குவேஜில் போய் அந்த ஸ்டேட்டில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து அங்கே எப்படி சீஃப் ஆஃப் வந்து ஜாசன் பேடி அவர்கிட்ட ஒரு தப்பு வாங்கினேன். கொஞ்சம் எம்பிபிஎஸ் ஈஸியாக கிடச்சது. ஆனால் பை பேரட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் மேரேஜ் இட் வாஸ் ப்ராப்பர். இப்போ அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து குடும்பத்தை நல்லா சிக்கனமாக நல்ல இதாக பாட்டி தானிய பாட்டி மாதிரி நடத்திட்டு இருக்கேன். அதனால் தானிய பாட்டி அதே மாதிரி தாத்தாவை எப்படி பாட்டிட்டு இருக்கோம் அதே மாதிரி அச்சுக்கடி இருக்கேன். ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டு எல்லாத்தையும் ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டு. அது அந்த ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் மெயின்டைன் தான். அதே மாதிரி குழந்தைங்க ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரிக்டாக நல்ல வழியாக வளர்த்துருக்கேன். ரொம்ப இது நீ நிறுவி வரணும்.
சூப்பர்.
பாக்கியம்னாலே ஒரு பரபரப்பு சுறுசுறுப்பு இதுதான் எங்களுக்கு மனசுல தோணும். எல்லா வித ஃபங்க்ஷன்லையும் கலந்து கட்டிட்டு முன்னென்னு எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் கைட் பண்ணி ஈவன் அக்காவுக்கும் கைட் பண்ணி நம்ம இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி சம்பிரதாயங்கள்லாம் எல்லாம் சொல்லி எல்லாம் செய்யறதெல்லாம் பாக்கியம்தான். அதனால தான் ஆற்றுல முதல்ல ஏதாவது ஒரு கோலம் போட்டு ஒரு நல்ல காரியம் பண்ணுறதுலாம் முதல்ல பாக்கியத்தை தான் கன்சல்ட் பண்ணணும்னு எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் தோணும். அக்காவை கூட கேட்க மாட்டோம், பாக்கியத்தை தான் கேட்போம். அந்த மாதிரி ஆற்று சம்பிரதாயமெல்லாம் எல்லாம் பாக்கியத்துக்கு நல்லா தெரியும். அந்த மாதிரி இதில் கன்னடத்து பையங்களையா முதல்ல கொஞ்ச நாள் வரைக்கும் இருந்துட்டு அப்புறம் மெட்ராஸ் வந்து அப்புறம் கும்பகோணத்திலேயே நீங்கள் கொடுத்தன நிறுத்தி அதுக்கப்புறம் மெட்ராஸுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப எங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் பக்கத்தில் இருந்து நீங்கள் நிறைய இதெல்லாம் ஹெல்ப் எல்லாம் நீங்கள் பண்ணியிருக்கேள். எனக்கு வந்து யூட்ரஸ் ரிமூவ் பண்ணி ஆப்ரேஷன் ஆன டைமில் நீங்கள் இருந்து ஃபுல்லாக நிறைய ஹெல்ப் எல்லாம் பண்ணியிருக்கேள். நீங்கள் உங்களை கல்யாணமோ ஒரு இதுவோ எந்த இது நடந்தாலும் நீங்கள் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு முன்னாடி நின்று ஒரே சிரிப்பும் கும்பாடமாக நீங்கள் ரகு நாங்கள் எல்லோரும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு சிரிப்பும் கும்பாடமாக ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக ரொம்ப இதுவாக இருக்கும். இதே மாதிரி நம்ம குடும்பம் என்றைக்கும் சந்தோஷமாக சௌக்கியமாக இதுவாக இருக்கணும். நீங்களும் உடம்பு ஒன்றும் இல்லாமல் இதே ஓடின்னு இருக்க பாக்கியமாகவே இருக்கணும். ஓட்டமாக ஓடின்னு இருக்க பாக்கியம், பரபரப்பு பாக்கியம் அப்படின்ற பேருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரியும் அதுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரியும் நீங்கள் இருக்கணும்னு நான் மனசில் வேண்டிக்கிறேன், கடவுளை வேண்டிக்கிறேன்.
பாக்யம், இந்த குடும்பத்தில் யாவரும் உன் பெயரை கேட்டாலே உனக்கு என் வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவிப்பதற்கு ஒரு அரிய சந்தர்ப்பம் கிடைத்தது என் பாக்கியம்தான். எப்போதும் என்னிருந்த ஊக்கமும் தைரியமும் அத்துடன் ஆசீர்வாதங்களும் என் கைக்கு விரும்புகிறேன். இந்த நம் பந்தம் ஜென்மங்கள் தொடர்ந்தாலும் நம்முடன் பயணம் வர வேண்டும் என்று கடவுளை வேண்டுகிறேன். நீ எப்போதும் என் மனதில் இருக்கும் உன் பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துக்களை பணிவுடன் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். பாக்கியம் இருந்தால் இனிமையான சூழ்நிலையும் வரும். உனக்கு நான் அன்பான வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
Hi Bhagyam Taima, a very happy 80th to you. Amongst all of us cousins, I think I have the longest association with you by virtue of being the first grandchild of this Paingan family. And in all these 50 years, you have simply inspired me. I've learned so much from you. There is nothing that you have not demonstrated as a leader. I'm just wondering what you would have done if you had been in the corporate world. எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸ்லலாம் லட்சமாக செலவழிச்சு how to be a role model, how to be a leader அப்படிலாம் சொல்லி கொடுப்பாங்க. But every day in your life, you have exactly demonstrated that. Whether it is coming out of a difficult situation, whether it is cooking, whether it is finance, budgeting, whatever we call it, with so much fancy words, so many fancy words in the corporate world, and you have done every bit of it as a family, as a homemaker. And you know what, I'm really wondering what you would have done if you had been in the corporate world. இதுக்கு நடுவுல எல்லாம் வந்து ஒரு சின்ன டிசப்பாயின்மெண்ட், உங்களுக்கு மெடிசன் சீட் கிடைச்சும் you were not allowed to pursue. And today I want to confer that title on you, Dr. Bhagyalakshmi Raghunathan. It comes so nicely off the tongue, doesn't it? Doctorate in the art of homemaking. Probably it's an understatement because you're a university on your own. And I would selfishly and shamelessly draw from that experience. Continue to inspire us, Perima. Continue to amaze us. Neenga stool la erungo, tank mele erungo, meda mele erungo, doesn't matter. You really, really amaze us with your tenacity, your wisdom, combined with that patience and humility. What a deadly combination for a leader. And look at the fan following amongst the family circles. Madisar Katanma, Bhagya Perima Puttu. Puli Pachadiki recipe venma, Bhagya Perima Puttu. Wow, you are a wow woman of the family, Perima. Keep going. Have a fabulous one. And I seek your blessings on this occasion, and I sincerely hope and pray to God that both of us stick around for another 20 more years so that I can wish you similarly for your 100th. Keep going, Perima. All the very best.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Perima.
We love you so much.
We love you.
மூர்த்தி சிறிதினாலும் கீர்த்தி பெரிது என்ற வாக்கிற்கு இலக்கணமாக விளங்கும் எங்கள் பிரியமான பாக்யம் பெரிமா, தாங்கள் 80 வயதை கடந்து செல்கிறீர்கள் என்று சொல்கிறோம். உண்மையில் வயது கடப்பது காலத்திற்கு தான், உங்களுக்கு அல்ல. உள்ளத்தால் இளமையாகவே இருக்கும் நீங்கள் 100 ஆண்டுகள் ஆன பின்பும் இவ்வாறே எங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் ஊக்கமளித்து வழி நடத்தி ஆசீர்வதிக்க வேண்டும் என்று எல்லாம் வல்ல இறைவனை வேண்டுகின்றேன். எங்கள் வாழ்வில் சிறு பிராயத்திலிருந்து இன்று வரை நடந்த ஒவ்வொரு நிகழ்விலும் சிறிதோ பெரிதோ, நல்லதோ அல்லதோ, குறைவோ நிறைவோ, எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் எங்களுடன் கூடவே இருந்து உறுதியாய் நின்று ஊக்கம் தந்து இன்ப துன்பங்களை பகிர்ந்து நட்பு பாராட்டி கண்டித்து வழிநடக்க வேண்டிய தருணங்களில் தலைவியாக இருந்து குழப்பங்களை விளக்கும் அல்லது விளக்கும் ஆசானாக இருந்து சமையல் கலையிலும் மற்ற கலைகளிலும் வித்தகியாய் இருந்து அப்பப்பா இப்படி தங்களுடைய அருமை பெருமைகளை பற்றி அடுக்கிக் கொண்டே போகலாம். சுந்தரமையர் சுந்தராம்பாள் இருவரும் முற்பிறவிகள் பலவற்றின் நற்பலன்களால் தானோ என்னவோ உங்களை போன்ற முத்தை பெற்று தந்திருக்க வேண்டும். ஆனால் அவர்கள் பாக்கியத்தை பெற்றார்கள், நாங்களோ அந்த பாக்கியத்தை சுற்றி எங்கள் வாழ்வை வாழ்ந்து பெரும் பாக்கியத்தை பெற்றோம். எங்கள் அன்னை, உங்கள் தங்கை தன்னுடைய கடந்த காலத்தை நினைவு கூறும் ஒவ்வொரு முறையும் தங்களை பற்றி புகழாமல் இருந்ததில்லை. அம்மா அக்காவானதையும் அக்கா அம்மாவானதையும் எண்ணி எண்ணி உவகை கொண்ட நாட்கள் பல. உங்களை போன்ற உயர்ந்த பெண்மணியை பற்றி கூற வேண்டுமென்றால் பாரதியைத்தானே அழைக்க வேண்டும். சாத்திரங்கள் பல பல கற்பராம், சௌரியங்கள் பல பல செய்வராம், மூத்த பொய்மைகள் யாவும் அழிப்பராம், மூடக்கட்டுகள் யாவும் தகர்ப்பராம், காத்து மானிடர் செய்கை அனைத்தையும் கடவுளர்க்கினிதாகச் சமைப்பராம், ஏத்தி ஆண்மக்கள் போற்றிட வாழ்வராம், இளைய நங்கையின் எண்ணங்கள் கேட்டீரோ. கட்டுரை போட்டிகளிலிருந்து துவங்கி என் கல்யாணம் வரை அனைத்திற்கும் துணை நின்ற என் பெரியம்மா, உங்களுக்கு என்னுடைய பிறந்தநாள் பரிசு. இனிய பிறந்தநாள் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள். என்றென்றும் உங்கள் அன்பையும் அரவணைப்பையுமே நாடும்.
Happy birthday Bhagyam Paati. Hope you're having a great day. In the video என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு கொஞ்ச நாளா நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். And I realized that I had a lot of memories about you and me together, and most of it in the South Mara Street House, because summer vacation விட்டுட்டா நெஞ்சாவும் நானும் அங்க வந்துருவோம் ஸ்டே பண்றதுக்கு. And every morning and the bread butter jam sandwich that you give, I used to love that so much, and I still do. And the way you used to like do all these fancy braids and French plait and vidamana like braids for my hair and all that. There are so many memories that I can think of. But apart from all that, I think if there's one thing that I've really learned from you, it's just that how important it is to be a fair and just person. Because from my knowledge and memories of you, you have never hesitated to tell me that I'm wrong if I'm doing something wrong. But அதே சமயத்துல ஏதாவது நல்லதா பண்ணா appreciate பண்றதுல, congratulate பண்றதுல, encourage பண்றதுலயும் you've always been the best. So I think I was really lucky to have learned the importance of integrity and the sense of right and wrong at such a young age, and I've been following it all my life, and it helps me even today. This, along with everything else that you are, I think it's fair to say that if I grow up to be a quarter of what you are today, I'll count myself really lucky and successful. And thank you so much for being such an inspiring person in my life. And once again, many more happy returns of the day to my own Bhagalappa.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Party. Every time you've come to Chennai, you've treated me with many of your delicacies. Your sweets, your cakes and your dosas, they'll have a special place in my heart and in my stomach too. I'm really looking forward to meeting you again. So once again, wishing you many happy returns of the day. Hope you live for 100 years and beyond.
Bhagyam Perima, happy birthday.
Bhagyam Party, இனிய பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
Hello Bhagyam, happy birthday. 80 வயசு ஒரு மைல்ஸ்டோனை கடந்து வந்துள்ளீர்கள். உங்களுடன் பக்கத்தில் அருகில் இல்லையே என்றுதான் எனக்கு வருத்தமாக இருக்கு. உங்கள் பாசமிகு தம்பியை கரம் பிடித்து 45 வருடங்கள் நம் இருவருக்கும் இடையே ஒரு பிணைப்பு ஏற்பட்டதை நினைத்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்கிறது. எவ்வளவு மனதில் நாம் பழகி வந்த நாட்களை பின்னோக்கி சென்று பார்த்தால் அது ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் நாம் பரிமாறிக்கொண்ட எண்ணங்களும் கருத்துக்களும் சொல்ல முடியாது, எண்ணிக்கையில் அடங்காது. அது உங்களிடமிருந்து நான் கற்றுக்கொண்டது ஏராளம். இன்னும் கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டியதும் நிறைய இருக்கு. கல்லாதது உலகளவு என்பது போல் உங்களிலிருந்து இன்னும் பல விஷயங்களை கற்று வாழ்க்கையில் தெளிவு பெற வேண்டும். அலை மோதுகின்றன பல நினைவுகள். எதை சொல்வது எதை விடுவது என்று தெரியவில்லை. ஒவ்வொருவருடையும் பழகும் அணுகுமுறை, பழகும் தன்மை, அதுவே உங்களை அக்காவை விட தம்பி தங்கைகள் உங்களிடம்தான் அதிகமாக பாசத்தை காண்பித்திருக்கிறார்கள். அக்கா பின்னாடி இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் தான் எல்லோரையும் ஒரு நல்லதையும் பல விஷயங்களையும் அவர்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொடுத்து வளர்த்து வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். இன்றும் தொடர்ந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு மதிப்பு இருப்பதென்றால் அது உங்களுடைய அந்த பெருந்தன்மையான போக்கும் பங்கிடும் திறமையும் உங்களுடைய தாத்தா பாட்டியே உங்களை அந்த பல உங்களுடைய திறமைகளை பாராட்டியுள்ளார்கள். அப்புறம் இந்த கூர்கில் குடகில் இருக்கும் பொழுது உங்களால் தூக்க முடியாத அளவுக்கு பரிசுகளை வாங்குவதாக மதுரம் அவர்கள் அடிக்கடி சொல்வார்கள். தான் பின்னாடி உங்கள் பின்னாடி வந்து புத்தகங்கள் எல்லாம் தூக்கி வருவார் என்று அவர் சொல்வார். பத்மஜா கேட்கவே வேண்டாம், உங்கள் பேர் அவ்வளவு மதிப்பு அவளுக்கு. நீங்கள் ஒரு சிறந்த தமக்கையாராக இருந்து அவளை பல விஷயங்களில் முன்னேற வைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள். அவளுடைய பெருந்தன்மையான போக்கும் உங்களிடமிருந்து தான் வந்தது என்று சொல்ல வேண்டும். அப்புறம் நம் குடும்பமே ஒரு பல்கலைக்கழகம் என்று சொல்ல வேண்டும். அதற்கு தலைவி நீங்கள்தான். வைத்தியர் அண்ணாமலை தேர்வு இருக்கும் பொழுது நாம் போடாத நாம் கழித்த இந்த கலகலப்பான நாட்களும் ஆர்ப்பாட்டமும் இன்றைக்கும் நமக்கு நினைவில் மரியாதையாக இருக்கின்றன. அது ஒரு இரவு நேரத்தில் எல்லோரும் தூங்கிக் கொண்டிருப்பார்கள். நாம் மட்டும் உட்கார்ந்து கொண்டு பலவிதமான ரசனையுடன் சாப்பிடுவதோடு அல்லாமல் பல ரசனைமிக்க விஷயங்களையும் கலந்து உரையாடுவோம். அது ஊறுகாய், பல விதமான ஊறுகாய்களை வைத்துக்கொண்டு சாப்பிடுவதை நான் முதலில் உங்களிடம்தான் பார்த்தேன். உங்களுடைய சமையல் திறனை பற்றி சொல்லவே வேண்டாம். அப்புறம் பல விஷயங்களில் உங்களை நாங்கள் தேடுவோம். பாக்கியம் மடிசார் புடவை கட்ட வேண்டும் என்றால் பாக்கியம் எங்கே, ஒரு ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்றால் அதற்கு என்னெல்லாம் செய்ய வேண்டும், பண்டிகை என்றால் என்னெல்லாம் அதில் ஈடுபாடு கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று தெரிந்து கொள்வதற்கு உங்களை தேடுவோம். மங்கிலி பொண்டுகள் வந்துவிட்டால் போதும், அந்த சம்பிரதாயங்களை தவிர அந்த தனிக்கூட்டு தான் மிகவும் பிரதானம். அதுவும் பாக்கியம் எங்கே, பாக்கியத்தோட தனிக்கூட்டுக்கு ஈடு எதுவுமே கிடையாது என்று உலக பிரசித்தமாகிவிட்டீர்கள் நீங்கள். உங்கள் புத்தகம் போடும் அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்குள் பல திறமைகள் ஒளிந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றன. அதற்கேற்ப பாக்கியம் ஒரு பின்குறிப்பு என்னன்னாக்க, பைங்காநாட்டில் நீங்க பிறந்து வளர்ந்தவர்கள் அண்ணா அம்பி அண்ணாலிருந்து ரமேஷ் வரை. பட் ஆனால் நாங்கள் அதில் தொத்திக்கொண்ட கிளைகள் ரகுவத்திம்பேர், ராஜாமணி மாமா, சங்கர், லலிதாமணி, கிரிஜா, அந்த முதல் தலைமுறையிலும் அடுத்து வந்த தலைமுறையில் சுந்தர், ஸ்ரீராம், முரளி, ரம்யா, ஷாலினி, லாஸ்ட் பட் நாட் லீஸ்ட் ஸ்வேதா, அப்படி எல்லாரும் புது கிளைகள். இப்படி எல்லா கிளைகளையும் ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக அதுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு பில்லர் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ரெங்தா இருப்பது நீங்கள். அப்புறம் இது ஒரு புதுமையான வீடியோ தொகுப்பிற்காக அதற்கெடுத்த முயற்சிகள் அத்தனையும் ஜெய், ரம்யா, கிருத்திகா, முரளி ஆகியோரை சேரும். ரம்யா முதல் மாட்டுப்பொன் நான் தான் தெரியுமா அப்படி என்று ஸ்வேதா கல்யாணத்தின் போது எனக்கு ஞாபகம் ஊற்றினாள். யாரும் என்ன முதல் பொண்ணு என்று நீங்களாம் சொல்லவில்லை என்று குறைப்பட்டு கொண்டார். அதற்கு இப்பொழுது அவள் முதல் மாட்டுப்பொன் என்ற பெயர் கேட்டாற்போல் வீட்டு பெண் போல் தன்னுடைய மாமியாரான அம்மாவிற்கு அவள் எடுத்துக்கொண்ட முயற்சிகள் இந்த தொகுப்பினை வழங்கினதற்கு அவளுக்கும் ஜெய்க்கும் கிருத்திகாக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் என்னை பாராட்டுகள். அதை சொல்ல மறந்துவிட்டேன், அதனாலதான் திருப்பியும் பின்குறி. தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் எவ்ரிபடி. பாய்.
பிறந்த நாள் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
பாக்யமத்தே.
பாக்யமத்தே.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Now, yeah.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Party. I wish you have a good birthday.
Happy birthday, Bhagyate. We look forward to a long life and a lot of years of great advice and support from you in the Paingan and all the rest of the ways you contact us.
Happy birthday, Bhagyate. Wish you many happy returns of the day. At this point, I think I recollect a couple of memories to share. One of them, you being such a support for us during my wedding, and I remember you being with me through all the occasions, tying my sari and keeping me well centered, and you gave me so much strength at that time and a sense of calmness that I don't think I would have had otherwise, and that played a huge role at that event and my life in general. And also another event that comes to me that's a great sense of comfort and solemn is that you being with my dad on the day of on that day. That to me has been very comforting as well. We wish you a wonderful year and a wonderful many years that we have you in our lives. We thank you for being such a pillar of strength, such a pillar of comfort, such a pillar of support, and such a pillar of values that you've given us. Happy birthday, Bhagyate.
Hi, Bhagyate. Ever since Ramya and Jay asked us to put our thoughts in a small video, this has been occupying my mind as to just what to say. It's not what to say, it's about how to say everything that we feel about you, and there's just so much. And I gave up at the very beginning that no matter what we say, it's not going to do justice to the wonderful person that you are. But yet, this is our modest try. One of the first memories I have of that I remember very clearly that changed the way I looked at my dad was I think I must have been about 7 or 8 or maybe 10, and you were in the hospital, and appaoda nanu vandhen in the vella varchu. That's the first time I've seen my dad cry. And later on I'd realized that when it came to his sisters, he was quite a baby. But at that point, when I saw him cry outside the hospital, I was thinking, really? This man can cry? And somebody who can cry for somebody else can't be that horrible. Because at that point, I was very scared of him, and that's how I think that may have been significant in changing the way I started looking at him. Bhagyate, you are such a pillar of strength, constantly punching above your weight. I mean, look at you and the tiny person that you are. It's amazing the kind of influence you cast on this family, on everybody who's been lucky enough to know you. You're constantly there for them. Should anybody need help, need support, we can count on you to be there. Be it a celebration, be it just a time of need, you have always been around. And somehow it's just it's providence that whenever we need you, you are at arm's length. I look at I can't think about our childhood without thinking about you, about South Mada Street. அந்த திண்ணையில் மாடியில் அந்த திண்ணையில் உட்காந்து அந்த 63 the number of times we've sat there eating your சுட சுட தோசை, அவ்வளோ பேர் அங்கே உட்கார்ந்தது. And of course Atimber indulging us with his fruit and whatnot, and our reading. I mean, you were such an important part of our childhood, and it's wonderful. Definitely because of you. I admire your tenaciousness, your grace, your will, the way you have such grace, and your beautiful countenance, and those smiling eyes that belies such a razor sharp mind, and how you express yourself, which continues to be an inspiration to all of us, and the way that you just, from then till now, that you will just not sit down like a bee. From South Mada திடீர்னு மாடியில் இருப்பேன், திடீர்னு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃப்ளோர், திடீர்னு கீழே, இன்னிக்கும் அப்படி தான் இருக்கு. And I hope and pray for a healthy, happy, wonderful 80th and continued graceful, wonderful living till a super 100. Thank you.
Happy 80th birthday, Bhagyata. From the time that I've known you, you've symbolized grace, eloquence, wisdom and calm. You're an inspiration to all of us. If I have half of what you have at 80, I will consider myself lucky. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Bhagyata.
பாக்யம், நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கேன். பிகாஸ் யுவர் பர்த்டே November 20th என்ன சுதா சொன்னா
80வது
உன்னுடைய திஸ் இஸ் த 80th birthday ஆஃப் பர்த்டே. அன்னைக்கு நீ ஜெய் அண்ட் ரம்யா as well as கிருத்திகா அண்ட் கிராண்ட் சில்ட்ரன், சன்-இன்-லா எல்லாரோடையும் சந்தோஷமா நல்லா கொண்டாடுறேன். சந்தோஷமா அந்த நாளை மிகவும் விமரிச கொண்டாடுறதுக்கு நான் மிகவும் ஆசைப்படுகிறேன். மேலும் நீங்க உன்னோட தேக சௌக்கியமும் இன்னும் நல்லா மன அமைதியுடன் வாழ எல்லாம் வல்ல யோகி ராமசுரகுமாரை வணங்கி வேண்டி என் உளமாற உன்னை வாழ்த்துகிறேன். உனது 80th birthday மிகவும் நன்றாக நடக்கும் என்று நான் மிகவும் ஆசையுடன் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுகிறேன். ஓகே பாக்யா, வெல், ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட்.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam. I pray for your continued good health, cheer and active life in the coming years and for many more years. Despite the physical distance, you have always been close and affectionate to everyone you are associated with. Even this year, on my birthday, you were the first one to roll out the blessing and wishing list. I just cherish the memories of the long association and the life given to me. We are blessed. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Perima. Many more returns of the day, and wishing you a happy birthday. Have fun.
I echo everyone's collective sentiments expressed through their wishes on your birthday. You're all that and much more to me than I can put in words, Perima. If there was someone that my mom has spoken highly of and held in highest regard, that would be you. And I can certainly vouch for her feelings towards you from the talented, strong person I've seen in you all these years. You continue to amaze me even at this age. You're my guru in some untold ways. Though geographically our families did not live close by, I've had some of the best summers, best food and best life lessons from your place.
I picked a passion for a lot of things from those times I've spent with you, especially food. And I'm sure everyone who's tasted your culinary delight would give due credit to their honed and tickled taste buds. On your birthday, I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude for letting me experience the world through the many memorable moments I've had a chance to share with you all these years. Thank you would be a small word. Although I'm tempted to take pride in the fact that I'm the only lucky one in my foursome family to have enjoyed some best from your world, I would love for an opportunity for my kids and Sham to have a share of their own memories with you. And someday, hopefully soon, I plan to make that happen. Happy birthday once again, Perima. Wishing you many, many more healthy and active years, continuing to guide and touch many more generations of our family, like now and forever.
Hello Perima. Many happy returns of the day. Returns of the day. 80 years is like a great milestone, and we wanted to join others in wishing you a great birthday and many more years to come. I was trying to think, what to say, or if there are any fond memories about you, and I didn't know which one to pick. There were like so many of them. That being said, if I were to recall, I can still vividly recall most of the summer vacations that we have spent at Mada Street or at Hosur, where you saved me from a bunch of monkeys that were trying to come in, and all the fun times that we had at Mada Street, almost every summer. We used to look forward to coming there and spending our summers there. And I still recall eating the vadathandu curry, and I went back home and I asked Amma to make the same exact vadathandu curry with ginger and everything. So I don't know which one to pick. There were like so many good memories. So just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday and a very happy, healthy, long life. Alright, bye. Hi Perima. Since the short time I've known you, it's been such a pleasure and honor to meet you, and also had a chance to taste your cooking. It was amazing. I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday, 80th, which is such a great milestone. I'm looking forward to seeing you again, wishing you. And for Anamika's behalf, she also wishes you a very happy birthday, and we hope to see you soon. So many happy returns once again, and take care. Bye.
Hello Bhagyamakka, how are you? I'm good. Wish you many more happy returns of the day. நீங்க இன்னைக்கும் நோய் நொடி இல்லாம நன்னா வாழணும்னு நான் உங்களுக்கு நமஸ்காரம் பண்றேன். மகா பெரியவாள்கிட்ட பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணிக்கிறேன். God bless you. Take care, Bhagyamakka.
Happy birthday, Bhagyamakka. My fondest memories with you have been the ones that I've spent in Tambaram during summer vacation. And the most memorable vacation would have been like the one when I visited you in Bombay, and I got to try all the yummy food that you made for me. Although I was not like a big foodie back then. எப்பயுமே you should stay healthy, happy and ever smiling. Wishing you a very, very happy 80th birthday, and I look forward to meeting you here and celebrating your birthday in a grander scale here too. Have fun.
சொன்னாலே ஒரு தென்றல் என்ன சூழ்ந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. எப்பவுமே என் வாழ்க்கையில நீ தென்றலாதான் என்ன சுத்தி வந்திருக்க, அவ்வளவு அரவணைச்சிருக்க. நீ எந்த விசேஷங்கள் எந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருந்தாலும் ஒன்னுதான் முதல்ல கேட்பேன். நீ சொல்ற வழிகாட்டி போல நடப்பேன். அது ரொம்ப கரெக்டாகவும் சரியாகவும் இருக்கும். அது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, உன்னை இந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல எந்த அளவுக்கு போச்சுன்னா எங்க அம்மாவே பொறாமப்படுற மாதிரி இருந்தது. நீ எப்ப பார்த்தா என்ன கேட்காம பாக்கியம் பாக்கியம்னு பாக்கியத்தையே கேட்கறிய அப்படின்னு சொல்ற அளவுக்கு இருந்தது. அது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, கிரிஜாவும் நானும் ஆபீஸ்க்கு போகும்போது நிரஞ்சனா உங்க ஆட்டெல்லாம் கொண்டு விடுவோம். நீ உங்க குழந்தைகளோட நிரஞ்சனா அவ்வளவு அழகா பார்த்தீர்கள். இதுல மறக்க முடியாத ரகுவதி பேர். அவர் நிரஞ்சனா அவ்வளவு ஒரு பாசமா பார்த்துட்டார். இது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, நான் ஒரு சின்ன இன்சிடென்ட் சொல்றேன். நான் சின்ன குழந்தையா இருக்கும்போது ஃபீடிங் பாட்டில் கிளாஸ் பாட்டில் பால் சாப்பிட்டு பாட்டில தூக்கி எரிஞ்சு உடஞ்சி அந்த சத்தத்தை வந்து நான் கேட்டு சிரிப்பேன். இது எந்த விதத்துல சம்பந்தம்னா, நீ கல்யாணம் நிச்சயம் ஆன போது ரகுவதி மேலத்தை வந்து பார்க்கும்போது நீ என்ன பண்ணியிருந்தது தெரியுமா? நான் உடச்சி பார்த்த கிளாஸ் பீஸை பெருக்கிட்டு இருந்தேன். இந்த இன்சிடென்ட் நான் வந்து சொல்லி கேட்கும்போது எனக்கு இன்னைக்கும் அதை நினைச்சா சிரிப்பு வருது. நீ வந்து எப்பவுமே ஆரோக்கியமா எல்லா வீட்லயும் நாங்க இப்பதான் கொஞ்சமா படிப்படியா ஏறி வரோம். அந்த படியில எங்களை வந்து ஆதரவா அழைச்சி கொண்டு போய் நல்ல உயர்நிலைகளும் நல்ல 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 ஆரோக்கியமும் நல்ல சந்தோஷமும் நல்ல சுறுசுறுப்பும் இப்பவும் இருக்கிற மாதிரி எப்பவும் இருக்கணும். இந்த படத்தை பாரு. அம்பியண்ணா வந்து உன்னை வந்து டிஆர் ராஜகுமாரின்னு சொன்னான். அது வந்து ஒரு வீட்டுல உண்மைனாலும் டிஆர் ராஜகுமாரி மேக்கப் போட்டாதான் அவ்வளவு அழகா இருப்பான். நீ மேக்கப் இல்லாம அவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்க. நீ எப்பவும் எது இருக்கலங்கிறது இது ஒரு சிம்பிள். பாக்கியம் எப்பவும் நான் உன்னை மறக்க மாட்டேன்.
பர்த்டே பாக்கியம் அக்கா, நீங்க வந்து இந்த 80வது பிறந்த நாளை கொண்டாடுற நீங்க இன்னும் 100 ஆண்டு காலம் தேக ஆரோக்கியத்திலும் திடகாத்திரமா சௌக்கியமா இருக்கணும்னு நான் கடவுளை பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணிக்கிறேன். இதுல சுயநலமும் கலந்து இருக்கு. ஏன்னா எனக்கு வந்து உங்களோட தம்பியோட கல்யாணத்தை நடத்தின நீங்க எனக்கும் எங்க குழந்தைகளான நிஷாந்துக்கும் ஸ்வேதா கல்யாணம் வரைக்கும் நீங்க இருந்து ஒவ்வொரு நல்ல விஷயங்களுக்கும் எங்களுக்கு மாரல் சப்போர்ட்டா இருந்துட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்க நீங்க. அதனால நிரஞ்சன் கல்யாணத்தையும் நீங்க இது மாதிரி நடத்துருவேன்னு நான் நம்புறேன். அது வரைக்கும் நீங்க நல்லபடியா இருக்கணும். 100 ஆண்டு காலம் இருக்கணும். நீங்க இதே மாதிரி இருக்கணும். மேலும் நான் வந்து இந்த குடும்பத்துல வரும்போது கல்யாணம் ஆகி வந்த புதுசுல எனக்கு அக்கா மாமியார்ன்ற ஸ்தானத்துல இருந்தாலும் நீங்க நாத்தனார் மாதிரி எனக்கு இல்லை. எனக்கு அம்மா அப்பா மாதிரி தான் நீங்க இருந்துருங்க. நீங்களும் அத்தையும் பேரும் அப்படி இருந்து எனக்கு ஒவ்வொரு விஷயத்திலையும் வேலைக்கு போக சொல்றதுல இருந்து குழந்தை பிறந்தா அவளை பாத்துக்கிறேன், நீ தைரியமா வேலைக்கு போ அப்படின்னு கூட இல்லாட்டா பக்கத்து தெருவுல இருந்து தினம் வந்து என் குழந்தைகளை பார்த்துட்டு அவளை குளிப்பாட்டி விட்டு அவளுக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ செய்து கொடுத்து அவளுக்கு நல்லதெல்லாம் சொல்லி கொடுத்து நீங்க வளர்த்து அவளை பெரியவாளை ஆக்கினர். அதனாலதான் அவளும் இப்போ வந்து ஒரு நல்ல நிலைமையில இருக்கா. நிரஞ்சனும் ஒரு உங்க வீட்டு பிள்ளை மாதிரி செல்ல பிள்ளை மாதிரி நீங்க வளர்த்தீங்க. அவனுக்கும் நீங்க வந்து யாருடைய தப்பையும் பெருசுபடுத்தவே மாட்டேங்க. அதே மாதிரி எல்லாருக்கும் சமமா பிரிச்சு கொடுக்கணும், எல்லாரையும் ஒன்னா பாவிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரிதான் நீங்க எனக்கு எப்பவும் சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கு. உங்களுடைய குணத்தை பார்த்து நான் வந்து ரொம்பவும் வேப்பா பார்த்துட்டே இருப்பேன். இப்படி இருக்கல நீங்க அப்படின்னு. அதே மாதிரி நானும் இருக்கிறதுக்கு முயற்சி செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். அதுக்கு நீங்க உங்களுடைய ஆசீர்வாதம் எனக்கு வேணும். ஒன்ஸ் அகைன் ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே பாக்கியம் அக்கா.
ஹலோ பாக்கியத்தை, வெரி ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே டு யூ. And என்னோட சைல்ட்ஹுட்ல வந்து one of my memorable memories in my life will be the first 10 years of my life will not be fulfilled otherwise, without your with you and without your Bhagatya and Atilveer. So first 10 years was my most memorable part of my life. I have spent many days in Mylapore, more than at my house. And Amma due to the work constraints they had to go, so they have spent a lot of time with you around. And I'm a big fan of your food. Food நிறைய சாப்பிட்டிருக்கேன். Not only me, like many small friends, சின்ன Sweta, Nisha and all those people who had all been there. And at the time it was very fun having time there. And I would like to call you as an iron lady of the family, because age doesn't really matter for you. And I know that, you still keep active going. And not many people are there in the family who can do that. So there's not many things. And more cool and composed and distance I'm really, really so very proud of you as having nothing. First Atai, so it's always my first love for you. That's the very thing about you. And my brother and my, and you've always been a very good mentor of my father, my mother, all through my years. And then party next now I will see you in that question, because party is very much good to me, and my same thing as my other in-law also. So once again, wishing you a very, very happy 80th birthday, and wish you good more 100 years, and we'll all be there.
Many more happy returns of the day, Bhagatya.
பாக்கியத்தினால எனக்கு வந்து நிறைய மெமரிஸ் எனக்கு கம் பேக் ஆல் ஃப்ரம் மை சைல்ட்ஹுட். அங்க மாடவெடி ஆத்துல ரகுவத்தியம்பேரோட நான் அங்க அடிச்ச லூட்டி ஜீனி எல்லாமே brings me a flood of memories. Thanks for introducing coffee into my life. நம்ம ஸ்டைல்ல சொல்லணும்னா yellow பால் அண்ட் அதுவா இருக்கட்டும், வெளில சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட்ல போயிட்டு எனக்கு ஏதாவது லஞ்சம் வாங்கி கொடுக்கறதா இருக்கட்டும். அண்ட் I had a really fun time growing up, and I should really say that spending time with you and Adimber and listening to all the stories has played a great role in shaping me into what I am today, and I'm really, really thankful for that. Thanks சொல்லக்கூடாதுன்னு தெரியும், but I can't really find another apt word to tell you. And thanks for being such a wonderful person, and I'm really, really fortunate to have had you and Raghuvathimber in my life, and also Jaikma, Kritika, and yeah, it's been really good. I really hope you have a wonderful day today, 80th birthday. உங்ககிட்ட நான் ஆசீர்வாதம் எடுத்துக்கிறேன், and enjoy the day, Bhagyata. Happy birthday once again.
Hi Bhagyamata, wish you a very, very happy 80th birthday. I still remember that day when you had called me from Delhi just after our engagement took place. It was a very, very sweet gesture on your side. I have been hearing a lot of praises about you from almost everybody, and this has created a special place in my heart for you. So I pray to God that you always stay healthy, and may you live for 100 years and more, and keep showering your blessings upon all of us. So Bhagyamata, once again wish you a very, very happy birthday. Bye.
பேசுங்க.
பாக்யா பாக்யா,
நீங்க எது சொன்னாலும் நான் அப்புறமா பாக்யா மாமிக்கு தான் அனுப்புறேன்.
பாக்யா உங்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். ஜெயக்குமார் தான் சௌக்கியமா? ரம்யா எல்லாம் சரி.
மாமியை பத்தி வேற ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க.
நாட்டமா யார் சூப்பர் இருக்கு.
வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கா பாட்டி? ரகு மாமா பத்தி ஏதாவது சொல்லணுமா? வேண்டாமா? சரி.
Bhagya Mami, many more returns of the day. We want to wish you on your 80th happy birthday. டெல்லியில எல்லாரும் சௌரியமா? டெல்லியில வந்து எல்லாரையும் விசாரிச்சா சொல்லுங்க. அடுத்தது உமாமா உங்களுக்காக தேஷ் ராகத்துல ஒரு பாட்டு பாடினா என்ஜாய் பண்ணிருப்பேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இப்ப இருக்கிற மாதிரி பல ஆண்டுகள் பல கோடி 100,000 ஆண்டு நல்லபடியா நீங்க வாழணும், சௌரியமா இருக்கணும். அதான் எங்களுடைய வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
பண்ணு.
பாக்கியம், அண்ணாவில இருந்து கல்யாணி பேசுறேன். உனக்கு என்னுடைய 80வது பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துக்கள். நீ ஸ்ரீராம ரொம்ப நல்லா வச்சுட்டு இருந்த, அதெல்லாம் இப்பதான் ஒண்ணுன்னா ஞாபகம் வருது எனக்கு. நீ உடம்பெல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்க? சாதாரணமா இருக்கியா? ஜெய், ரம்யா எல்லாரும் சௌரியமா இருக்காளா? உனக்கு வந்து தேஷ் ராகம் பிடிக்கும்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். அதனால தேஷ் ராகத்துல ஒரு பாட்டு பாடுறேன். உனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச பாட்டு இது. அது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு நீ கேட்டுட்டு எனக்கு சொல்லணும். துன்பம் நேர்கையில் யாழெடுத்து நீ இன்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா? எமக்கின்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா? துன்பம் நேர்கையில் யாழெடுத்து நீ இன்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா? எமக்கின்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா? அன்பிலா நெஞ்சில் தமிழை பாடி நீ, அன்பிலா நெஞ்சில் இன்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா, எமக்கின்பம் சேர்க்க மாட்டாயா.
Hello Bhagyam, a very very happy birthday to you. நம்பவே முடியல உனக்கு 80 வயசு ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு. ஏன்னா உனக்கு 80 நினைச்ச எனக்கு ரொம்ப வயசாயிட்டு அப்பல தோணுது. ஏன்னா நான் எப்பவும் I was brought up like a daughter to both of you. கிருத்திகாவுக்கு அவ்வளவு இது இருக்கா என்னன்னு தெரியல. ஆனா I enjoyed all both Raghu Mama and your favor. You have played a very vital role in throughout my life. And I always look upon you for everything in my life. So we wish, all of us wish you a very happy birthday and a very prosperous and healthy life for you. Thank you.
Mommy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Many more
happy returns of the day, Bhagya Mommy.
Bhagya Mommy. உங்களை பார்க்கணும் போல இருக்கு, ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு மாமி பார்த்து.
We wish you all wealth, health, everything.
ஆமா, well health and மாமி உங்களை மாதிரி யாரும் கிடைக்க மாட்டா மாமி. உங்களை பத்தி நினைக்காத நாளே கிடையாது. பாலாஜி பிறந்த போது என் கூட இருந்த இன்னும் எனக்கு இருக்கு. பாருங்க என் பேத்தி பாருங்க, என் பேத்தி விஷ் பண்றது. தீக்ஷா பேத்தி விஷ் பண்றது.
Happy birthday சொல்ல.
Flying kiss கொடு, flying kiss கொடு. பாட்டிக்கு flying kiss கொடு, பாட்டிக்கு. Very good. பேத்தி பாருங்க மாமி, உங்க விஷஸ் தான் மாமி. நாங்க எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கோம். ரகு மாமா விஷஸ் எப்பொழுதும் உண்டு எங்களுக்கு.
Okay, bye.
Hello Bhagya Mommy, wishing you a very very happy 80th birthday. உங்களை பற்றி சொல்லணும்னா எங்கே ஆரம்பிக்கிறது எங்கே முடிக்கிறதுன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. மாடா ஸ்ட்ரீட்டில் மாடியில் வந்து உருளைக்கிழங்கு கறி வறுத்தது சாப்பிட்டதா, இல்லை உங்களோட இனி எதிர் சமையலை சாப்பிட்டதா, or even before when I moved to Chennai, ஹாலிடேஸ்க்கு மெட்ராஸ்க்கு வரதெல்லாம் அங்கே வந்ததா, மதுரஞ்சித்தி அதில் விளையாடினதா, all those I can still remember very well. And most important, எனக்கு நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ காம்படிஷன்ஸ்க்கு எழுதி கொடுத்துருக்கேன், எவ்வளோ ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், and the knowledge that you have, your whole family, I mean your mom and you and of course no Kritika, I think I can just go on on that. And with you especially, so much of patience and so much of knowledge that you have, and you're so humble for whatever you have been, helping others with. So I can go on on that. Anyway, wishing you a very very happy 80th birthday. எங்க எல்லாருக்கும் நீங்க ரொம்ப நாள் இருந்து ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணணும். நான் இந்த மெசேஜ் மூலமாவே நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணிக்கிறேன்.
Hi Bhagya Mommy, a very 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 happy 80th to one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. The reason is very simple. I seriously can't think of anyone who would have touched more lives than the number of birthdays they've seen. You are one incredible person, Bhagya Mommy. Personally, me and my mom would not have been able to deal with some of the toughest times in our lives without you. Your support has played such a huge role in shaping my future, I know that for a fact, and in helping my mom get through a very bad patch in her life, and I can't thank you enough for that. You are one hell of a person, and I love you so very much. And the only way I think that I can thank you and repay you for all your kindness towards me and my mom is this, and I hope you enjoy it. This is my way of saying I love you, Bhagya Mommy. மிதந்து வரும் மயிலிறகு போல் மெல்லிய ஓர் உருவம் பிறர் துயர் கண்டு துடித்திடும் மென்மையான இதயம். புடவை முதல் பாடல்கள் வரை பல விஷயம் இவருக்கு தெரியும். கொலு முதல் கொழுக்கட்டை வரை சகலமும் இவருக்கு சாத்தியம். நாடி வருபவருக்கு இவரே உதவுவது எப்பொழுதும் நிச்சயம். கோடி செல்வம் இவருக்கு நிகரே, இவர் தானன்பான பாக்கியம். மிதந்து வரும் மயிலிறகு போல் மெல்லிய ஓர் உருவம் பிறர் துயர் கண்டு துடித்திடும் மென்மையான இதயம். நடந்து செல்லும் பாதை முட்களாலானாலும் புன்முறுவலுடன் நடப்பாயம்மா. தானே புயலும் திரும்பி வந்தாலும் உன் திடம் தடம் பாக்கியம். மிதந்து வரும் மயிலிறகு போல் மெல்லிய ஓர் உருவம் பிறர் துயர் கண்டு துடித்திடும் மென்மையான இதயம். நடந்து செல்லும் பாதை முட்களாலானாலும் புன்முறுவலுடன் நடப்பாயம்மா. தானே புயலும் திரும்பி வந்தாலும் உன் திடம் தடம் மாறாதம்மா. என்பதிலும் நீ ஒரு எனர்ஜி பந்து, ஓ நூறானாலும் ஓய்ந்திடாது. மறு ஜென்மம் ஒன்று எனக்கிருந்தால் நான் பெண்ணாய் பிறக்கணுமே. உலக புகழ் பெற்று வாழ வேண்டாம் எனக்கு, உதவும் புகழ் நான் பெறணுமே. உன்னை போல் உதவும் புகழ் நான் பெறணுமே. Happy happy birthday to you Bhagyamami. Happy happy birthday to you Bhagyamami. Happy happy birthday to you Bhagyamami. Happy happy birthday to you Bhagyamami.
Mami, wishing you a very happy 80th birthday.
Hello Patti, wishing you very birthday.
Very happy
birthday.
Hello Mommy, wishing you a wonderful 80th birthday. Association runs from 1986. Extraordinary memories ungaloda. I sincerely pray God you live very long and lot of things to learn from you. I think the only இது வந்து உங்ககிட்ட வந்து ரொம்ப நீங்க கஷ்டப்படுற வாழ்க்கையில எனக்கு ஹிந்தி சொல்லி கொடுத்துதான் நினைக்கிறேன். அது தவிர பாக்கி எல்லாமே நீங்க சூப்பரா மேனேஜ் பண்ணிட்டேன். Hopefully you enjoy, have a great birthday with Jai and Amma. Hopefully you have a great birthday. See you sometime. Bye.
Bhagyamami, wish you a very happy 80th birthday. I wish you very good health, happiness and joy in all the years to come. Ungala mari or peaceful, calm and composed person I have never met in my life. So I'm very proud to have you in our family. Ungala mari or really a good soul and a very caring and humble person I have never met. So have a good one.
Happy 80th birthday Bhagyamami. இப்போ கூட எனக்கு 80 வயசு ஆனதுங்கிறது நாங்கள் நம்பவே முடியல. இப்போ 50 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நாங்கெல்லாம் சின்ன வயசுல தீபாவளிக்கு கும்பகோணத்தில் வந்து பார்த்தா பாக்யமாமி மாதிரி இப்பவும் இருக்கு. இட் இஸ் எ கிரேட் கிஃப்ட். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi Bhagyamami, many happy returns of the day. And நான் கல்யாணம் மம்மி வந்த நாள்லேருந்து நீங்கள் வந்து உங்களோட ரோல் இன் அவர் ஃபேமிலி இஸ் indispensable. And I really appreciate whatever you have done for our family வரைக்கும் எங்களுக்கு வந்து நல்ல ஒரு பெரிய ஸ்ட்ரென்த், எங்களுக்கு சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ரென்த். அண்ட் ஜானா எஸ்பெஷலி கப்பு அண்ட் எங்க மாமியார் ஜானா மாமிக்கும் உங்களோட கைடன்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப இதுவா இருந்திருக்கு அவளுக்கு. யூ ஆர் எ மாரல் சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் மாரல் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் டு டெல். அண்ட் ஐ ஹவ் பீன் வாட்சிங் இட் அண்ட் ஐ ஆல்சோ நீட் யுவர் கைடன்ஸ் in future, and may God bless you with long life and good health, and enjoy the day with your family. Thank you.
Dear Mommy, on behalf of baby and family and all of us including Tara, wish you a very 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 happy birthday. I can never forget our Kummakondam days. I can never forget our Mada Street days, not to mention the New Jersey times that we had with Vinay. I have learnt a lot of things from you. You have been an inspiration to us in many ways. Your constant cheer, your patience, your endurance, and of course your never say die attitude. We love you, Bhagya Mami. Many many happy returns of the day. We miss you. I wish I was there with you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bhagyamati. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Bhagyamami. Hope you have a wonderful day. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us. I will never forget how you helped us with Tamil. எனக்கு சுட்டு போட்டாலும் தமிழ் கட்டுரை வரவே வராது. But thanks to you, I made it through. Yeah, so happy birthday again and have a great day. Bye.
Hello Delhi Party. Happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday, Tata. You
Happy
also...
birthday. Many more happy returns of the day.
Listen, so wish you in advance because your birthday is on Saturday, na?
Yeah.
Saturday. Okay. Happy birthday. Happy return of the day. So, I think so. I'm going to send you 2 videos. This one video is with the family. Then after that, when mummy comes, then we will do with her also. But that will be in the night. Okay. Then after that, one I will do now only after this one, which is going to be with I will play guitar and I will be alone only and I'll play one happy birthday song. So now we will sing happy birthday with our mouth only. 1, 2, 3, start. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Liberty. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God bless you. You are born like monkeys and monkeys and monkeys like you. So bye bye.
சொல்லுமா நான் பேசுறேன்.
Okay, so let's go.
Hello மாமி. இப்படியே எப்படி உடம்பு நல்ல தீர்க்காயத்தா இல்ல சௌக்கியமா திடகாத்திரமா ஒருத்தருக்கு வந்து இல்லாம நம்ம வந்து நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கணும். உங்களை மாதிரி சம்பந்தம் கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு நாங்க கொடுத்து வச்சிருக்கோம். ஜெய் அந்த மாதிரி. Thank you very much. All the best.
So now what about Tata?
That's okay.
Tata.
Happy
You have to
birthday.
tell. So hello. So I am very happy. From my side, I love you. Mwah. I love you. So okay. Are you ready for the next video? Bye bye. Hello Delhi Party. This is my guitar. See, this is my long guitar. We call this a guitar. Now I am going to play a nice song. That is a happy birthday song only. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3, start. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Delhi Party. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God bless you. Happy Pichla video that mummy will come, then also we'll make one nice video. Okay, so bye bye.
Hi mommy, wish you a very very happy 80th birthday. May God bless you. Looking forward to 100 soon. I think words will not be enough to explain the special bond that we have always shared. And thanks so much for being with us as a family in the true sense through everything that we have been through over the past many years. Love you very much, Bhagyam, and I'll come and see you soon and party with you in person. God bless. Stay blessed.
நான் அறிந்த பாகியம் அக்கா. என் அருமை அக்காவுக்கு வெண்ணிலாவே என்ன விதம் வாழ்த்து சொல்வேன். வெண்ணிலாவே உன்னிடம் கேட்கின்றேன் வெண்ணிலாவே, நீ உத்தமமாய் சொல்லிக் கொடு வெண்ணிலாவே. கள்ளமில்லா வயதினிலே வெண்ணிலாவே, பள்ளி செல்லத் தொடங்கிய முதல் வெண்ணிலாவே, உள்ளபடி துணையானாள் வெண்ணிலாவே, உனக்கும் தான் தெரியுமே வெண்ணிலாவே. 4ஆம் வகுப்பு வந்த நாட்களிலே வெண்ணிலாவே, நாங்களெல்லாம் சுதந்திரமாய் திரிவதுண்டு வெண்ணிலாவே. பூங்காவும் புதுக்குளமும் வெண்ணிலாவே, புன்னகைத்தே அழைத்திடுமே வெண்ணிலாவே. நான் அறிந்த பாகியம்தான் வெண்ணிலாவே, நல்லதொரு அக்காவான பாகியமே. வளர்ப்பிறையில் வாழ்த்துகின்றேன் வெண்ணிலாவே, சளைக்காமல் சேர்த்துவிடு வெண்ணிலாவே. 1000 பிறை கண்டாள் வெண்ணிலாவே, அது உன்னுடைய பாகியம்தான் வெண்ணிலாவே. அவள் வளமுடனே வாழ்கவென்று வெண்ணிலாவே, தவறாமல் சொல்லிவிடு வெண்ணிலாவே. பெண்ணென பூமிக்கு பாகியமாய் பிறந்தீர், பண்பொடு அறிவினில் சிறந்தீர், மணாளன் ரகுநாதனோடு இணைந்தே நன்மக்கள் 2 ஈன்று வளர்த்தீர், பொறுமைக்கு ஓமையாய் உலகினில் வாழ்ந்தே பெருமையொடு இல்லறம் வளர்த்தீர், அருமையொடு 1000 பிறை காணும் நன்னாளில் அன்பும் அருளும் சூழ வாழ்ந்திடுவீர் பல்லாண்டு. இவன் மணிமாமா குடும்பத்தினர்.
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Paati. You've always been such a kind and wonderful person to me and Guha especially. I really love it when you make us the food we like and always introduce us to new foods. I also loved it this time when I went to India, how you took care of me so well and helped me learn so much about our family through the pictures that you've kept and collected over the years. Thank you so much for being such a great grandparent, and I love you so much. I hope you come to my Arangetram, and I will see you soon. Bye!
Happy birthday, Bhagyam Paati. You've always been so kind and compassionate whenever we visit you in India. There's so many funny memories that I remember sharing with you, but there's one in particular that will always be in my mind. I'll always laugh at the funny story of how the rhesus monkeys broke into your house and are trying to steal fruit, only to see you confront them and chase them out. This is only one of many memories that I hope to share with you in the future and that I have shared with you. Once again, happy birthday and lots of love from your favorite Guha. Oh, I almost forgot. I remember all those times when you would come to America and I would always beg you to draw little animals for little Guha. It was always great to see how good you were at drawing, and I would always cherish those drawings. Once again, happy birthday and peace out from your favorite Guha.
I think one of the things that all of us are battling with is how do we convey our messages in this limited amount of time. But I think I'm going to try my best to put in together my thoughts. When Jay and I met, you were not here. You were in the US with Kitty. You suddenly got a call from him one day saying that he's getting married to this Ramya. You had no idea who I was. My first meeting with the family happened, I think, somewhere near Diwali when I visited Chennai with Jay, and that was my first introduction to the Pangans. Jay had told me that, my party is, you need to impress her. She need to be on your side. And, her opinion is very, very important to the family. I was a bit worried and tensed when I walked in to meet Party. But I think within a matter of few seconds, we really hit it off well. She said something which still resonates with me. She said, "Nee maattu ponnu illa, maatru pen. You're a daughter coming into our family, and we are welcoming you into my family." She said those words, and you have ensured that I experience that every day of my life. Like any mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, we have had our moments. We fight, we argue. But I think the good thing has been that we always tend to get back to being normal within less than half an hour. I think that is something which has really helped in building our relationship, and I'm really, really grateful for the same. I know that you're not really vocal about the way you feel, your emotions. And I think one thing that I've learned from you is that you don't have to necessarily spell out what you feel, but it's what you do for people that really matters. Small gestures like preparing the food that I like, making katrika curry, although Jay hates it, making moraga tukku where it involves a lot of effort, de-seeding the chilies and everything, and even, you're frying it, there's a lot of smoke around. But you do it because although I'm the only one who has it, you still make it. Or every morning before when I'm leaving for work, you always check with me, milkshake kurchiya. These are small things, but I think it resonates a lot. It conveys a lot more. You don't have to say it, but I know what you feel for me, and that's something which is I will always cherish. I sometimes get amazed at not sometimes, I think I all the time get amazed at the kind of grit and the courage that you show. I think you're a perfect example of mind over matter. If one believes in their capabilities, they can do whatever they want to do. And I think for you, being physically active is also kind of, I wouldn't say fighting against aging, but also kind of walking, also accepting aging, but accepting aging in a manner where it suits, it's comfortable to you as a person. when I tell an office that my almost 80-year-old mother-in-law is, she changes cylinders in the morning, or she climbs up, on a stool to remove something, they all get amazed. I get amazed too. But I don't think I've seen you any other way, and I wouldn't want to see you in any other way. I remember 2 distinct occasions where I think you have conveyed to me how cautious you are about ensuring that people around you don't get stressed. There were 2 occasions where I had to rush you to the hospital, and Jay was not here. And in both of those occasions, you never really showed me, pain. For example, the second time when you did have a massive blow to your head and you were bleeding, even then, you just walked along calmly, went in, the doctor did the step, he stitched you up, and there was no panic, there was no unnecessary chaos. And in fact, after that whole thing was over, the doctor was actually, we were actually sitting and joking about, oh my God, what the hell happened, I think for me that's very important, because when you are calm, it kind of helps us being calm, and that's something which we really value and cherish. There are 2 things which I like to close off with. One of the things is that you know very well how close I am to my parents, and for me, the fact that they can come and stay with us and they can feel at home, the fact that my dad can walk in and just ask, Mami, idu panni kodungo, or Dhruv coming in and demanding telipati enikku idu venum, is a testament to the fact as to how affectionate and loving you are. In fact, when my mom is leaving, you cry more than I do about her leaving, and they share a very special bond, and for me that's very, very important that both of you, the family share such a special bond. Last but not the least, I think the biggest testament of you as a person is Jay and Kitty. I'm really grateful that you had Jay, and I'm really grateful that he's in my life. I'm really grateful that you've inculcated such amazing values in the both of them, and I really cherish those relationships, and that those relationships are basically an extension of you. I really love you, and I wish you a very, very happy birthday. And I know that we'll be doing this again for your 100th birthday, because as the blood tests prove, you are much more fitter than Jay and me. Take care and love you.
As I sat down to record this, and I was trying to recollect what my earliest memory of Bhagyamami was, I realized that I cannot recall any memories earlier than my memory of Bhagyamami. It's because her comforting presence in my life predates my knowledge of my own presence. And few people can actually amplify their stature like she does through just the light of her love, energy, and generosity. So if I were to summarize in Tamil what she kind of stands out for, Kelamal Paruvade Bhagyaminal Yadayum Edir Paramal Avar Purivade Anbu. Yotta Visayil Nee Totta Varvalam Un Kaimanam Serkum Eegaikku Iduve Pudu Ilakkanamagum. Those to me is what she has stood for all her life. I remember the few times way back when she used to visit us in Mandavali. She was such an engaging personality, buzzing about, that even my ultra hard to please grandmother on my father's side was fond of her, and that's quite an achievement. And just for that reason, I guess I assumed for a while that she was actually my mom's older sister. And of course, through the years, it was hard to miss the twosome, Bhagyamami and Raghumama, the generous and the gregarious. She, in her quiet ways, would quickly become a part of everything that she stepped into. And even though he may be the more colorful one, always at his storytelling best. An early memory takes me all the way back to Kumbakonam, and this memory is actually quite vague. But I remember, as I always do, a sumptuous lunch, fruits and cake, and lots of laughter. courtesy of Mr. and Mrs. G and G. And it was variations of the same wonderful story that I saw repeating in different places and times. Mandavali and Mada Street, Ranga Road, Pennsylvania, and even in Delhi. The script has continued and endured, even more poignantly, even as Raghumama's presence has reverberated only in spirit over the last several years. So in her small frame and her quiet ways, she metaphorically and literally sneaks upon you. And she is one of the few people who demonstrates her love purely by action. And I think you all know what that means. And boy, can she buzz. So it is that I remember her in the thick of every event in the family: weddings, grahapravesams, poonals, nombus, and yes, even davasams. Celebrations and tragedies. A quiet and familiar motor, reassuring us with the warmth and hum of her tireless engine. Just being there through the highs and lows, worrying without letting us worry, making our joy a little fuller and our crisis very much less so. But don't mistake that underneath that unassuming exterior is a steely woman with a cutting intelligence and scary recall. So over the years, she has kind of put me on a spot with her probing questions, and again, our children will know exactly what I mean. So here are a few examples. Chemical engineering படிச்சா என்ன வேலை பண்ணலாம்? This is before my graduation. Polymersனா plastics தானே? This is on my master's thesis. Engineeringல இந்த கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ்க்கு மாறின மாதிரி இருக்கு. After patiently listening to me explain my PhD thesis. So it is funny that even now it is really hard for me or anyone else to put anything past her, even in a smattering phone conversation. So I found this out earlier this year when I tried to explain where I had been. It was an artificial intelligence conference, and she probed me with some really tough questions, and I don't believe she actually was happy with my answers. So Bhagya Mami, I am happy to report that your legacy of probing inquiry is safe. And I know this for sure because I say the same bewildered expression in Siddhi's face after she has gone through a questioning session with Kritika. The expression that I used to have, or even Kritika has, after a phone conversation with you. Now, as unfailingly kind and lovable as she is, never underestimate her steely will and even physical prowess when it comes to asserting her rules, or in her words, sariyana vadigal. So I remember being shoved out of the kitchen in our apartment in Pennsylvania, all because I tried to wash the dishes in my way, or in other words, tappana vadi. Bhagya Mami, I have known you all my life, and I have been fortunate, really fortunate, to be the beneficiary of your love, of your blessings, your prayers, your cooking, and many fruits of your labors, and one of your labor as well. I am deeply in your gratitude, and it will take me a lifetime to say thanks. Here is wishing you a wonderful 80th birthday and many, many more. Enjoyed in the best of health, surrounded in flesh and in spirit by all those who love you, sharing your warmth and the wonderful memories you have helped them create. Happy birthday.
Hello, Ma. Very happy birthday. A lot of people have said some fantastic things to you. It's now my turn, and for someone who suffers from verbal diarrhea, I'm kind of lost for words here, but I shall make an attempt nonetheless. Amma pati pesanum, unna pati pesanumna, first I think I have to start cribbing. Obviously I have to start cribbing because you've set such a high bar for yourself and maintained it consistently all your life that living up to it is practically impossible. Adu poradunnu, you produced one daughter pretty much in your mold and put one yardstick, really tough yardstick right next to me. So that tells you exactly how my growing up years would have been. Lot many of you have seen me growing up. Chinna vayasla, you would have seen this little boy who was like, eppa pathalu amma voda podaya pudichi standing behind her all the time, biting my nails, biting my shirt's collar, and someone who's very afraid of putting his feet into the sea at a beach. I've come a long way from that, and ironically I ended up with a career in the Navy. But that's because, every single bit of credit for the shaping of my personality and making me ready for the world goes to her. When there is a living example of confidence, spirit, guts, adaptability and resourcefulness that you see every single day in your growing years, some of it is bound to rub off on you. Amma is like the last post on the war front that will stand, no matter what battering it receives. There is a resilience and a never say no attitude that's kind of ingrained. When all else fails, run to her and she'll find a way. And in a way, I think I was destined to land up in the armed forces because of the kind of traits that I imbibed from her. Sometimes I wonder, because she spent a lot of time in Coorg, there is some general or some field marshal who's hidden in her. And there's one remarkable feature that I've always seen in her from my childhood. Something which a lot of people have talked about, which is her willingness to put her hand up to any task at hand, especially tasks which require some organization, some coordination, and some thinking on the feet. Any family gathering, any difficult situation, she'll be the first one to put her hand up, and she always takes the lead. And she could lead very naturally because she was able to organize whoever was available into a team and pass out very clear instructions to them. And I always used to wonder as a child as to why everybody wants her by her side. It took me a while to understand why. My personal belief is that one effective, possibly the most effective form of leadership is leadership by example. And she could play a lead because, she commanded respect. And she commanded respect because in a team she was both the leader and the working hand. And she was always willing to show people how it is done. More often than not, she would be doing it herself. Particularly with me, she'll tell me something. And she'll wait for me to do it for some time. And by the time I realize that I need to go back and do it, she has already done it. So that's something that I experience very often. And she organized, my God, she's organized. No matter how little space is available, everything is neatly arranged, almost like OCD. She's always figuring out new ways for packing and preserving things, whether it is clothes or utilities or foodstuffs. She would have watched a program on TV, picked up a tip, and she would immediately put it to use. And she'll find these kind of tips from all kinds of people. That is her willingness to learn, I would say. And she's unfazed even in the most trying times. Whether it is handling a difficult situation or even handling difficult people, I have never seen her panic or lose focus. Not once in the 42 years that I have known her. She's always the calming influence. Also, sometimes that resilience that she has is a little scary. It's almost like nothing can keep her down for long and she'll bounce back with a vengeance with twice the vigor. I've seen it several times. Most recently when she had a fall in the bathroom and she injured her head and Ramya had to rush her to the hospital. Within an hour, she was up and she was laughing with the doctors. She came back and a couple of days she was back on her feet and again climbing stuff, scaring the daylights out of us. That's how resilient she is. One of the greatest life lessons that I've learned from her is there is always something to be learned from someone, from everyone and everything, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. No matter how small or insignificant they may seem. It is almost like, she's got this incredible respect and engages them with an equal and almost infectious curiosity. She's always figuring out new things and picking up tips from everyone. She still reads the newspaper from end to end, watches largely only knowledge-based programs on TV. She follows cricket, she discusses stuff with Ramya and I, and anytime you just pick up the phone, we're out and we'll check on what the score, and she'll give these incredible explanations about how someone is doing well and someone is not. And And of course, her personal favorite was Rahul, as she called him, Rahul Dravid. Possibly because, they're both birds of the same feather. Grit and determination. Just solid determination. She loves to engage in an absorbing conversation on just about any topic. Always curious to know more. I guess this curiosity and this thirst for knowing is something that she's carried from her childhood, possibly inherited from both Sundaram Iyer and Sundarambal. I've heard stories about how she excelled at everything in school, topped the school practically all the time, topped the board, and that she would have gone on to become a doctor if she chose to. Many have told me that story, but I have never once heard her mention that, in a way as though she had missed out on something. Recently Ramya went out and asked her, did she have a chance to become a doctor or something like that. And Amma's response was, it was like so typical of her. She never blamed the circumstances. She said that, I possibly didn't have the courage to go out and do it. And rather than blaming the circumstances, she kind of blamed herself in a way. Also, I think with her it was more about, learning something rather than becoming something. Because she was constantly becoming something for someone. And she's been a guiding light to so many people, particularly to Kritika and I. And the pursuit of excellence actually never ended. Not once it has ended. She simply extends it to people that she really loved. I've also heard of stories about quizzing her siblings incessantly, particularly after an examination. Kritika and I have certainly experienced it, and I know some people who have lived with us who have also experienced it. Sriram, for example. And I'm pretty sure it went a long way in preparing all of us for the future. The other thing that she practically drilled into me was patience with the people and relationships. I have never seen her say one ill thing about anyone. And by anyone, I mean every single person she has engaged with, including a former domestic aide of mine who was an absolute bully. And even in that, she would, even if she was very uncomfortable, she would say it in a very soft kind of way, not in terms of, never getting angry or never saying that in a very negative sense or something like that. When I used to lose patience and get pained by someone or something, something someone said or something did, she would invariably tell me, "Tappa edhukku eduthukkrada, nalladha matram paaren." And she maintains that philosophy in any relationship that she keeps saying, always focus on the good part and keep nurturing it. Don't pay heed to anything painful that may have occurred. That is just a passing thing. You should not take it too seriously. Just keep focusing on the good part, and eventually, invariably, whatever you don't desire in a relationship, that would eventually go away. That has possibly been the most important lesson to me, both personally and professionally. And some extremely precious relationships have survived and thrived because I adopted what she follows very, very closely. It is a very deep and difficult thing to do day in and day out, because there is always a risk for being taken for granted or even taken advantage of. And I find myself in conflict sometimes, but she is a living example as to why it is so worth the trouble. And strangely, a few years ago when Guha was about 6 or 7, and he said something incredible. He said something like, "Jai Mama, there is no such thing as a bad person. People sometimes make bad choices." Guha is probably recalling from genetic memory. And I'm glad that she's been able to pass on these important lessons to so many people. I only hope that I'm able to sustain this all-important sense throughout my life. She made my upbringing truly rich by making it a point to have continued close interaction with family and friends. Throughout my childhood, she would go to great lengths to take us out around to meet people and participate in family gatherings, even when times were very difficult. Today, if I have truly wonderful relationships with so many uncles, aunts, cousins and family friends, both on her side and Appa's side, it is because of the goodwill she has earned through so many years. The glowing words about her that so many have spoken straight from the heart today bears testimony to this. At work, I've had the same thing. This relationship building has really, really helped me. And I've had some bosses who are very, very capable bosses, but many of my colleagues and people around them considered them extremely difficult, tough and demanding bosses. I never seem to have any issues with any of them, and I seem to fit in comfortably. And most of them used to come around and ask me, "How do you manage to do it?" They were considered practically unmanageable bosses. So I was always tempted to tell them, "Idallan jujubi, idoda 10 madangu na chinna vayasile paathirukkamla." That is the kind of sense I always had, that I was very well prepped for facing most of the stuff in life. That is very, very true, you know. She set a really high bar for personal standards of excellence for everyday life. Something maybe I can never fully achieve. I used to wonder when I was younger, you know, that why would she do that? Why wouldn't she ever take my side? It took me years to understand that she was actually being on my side with all the love she can give. And she was pushing me to strive for a high bar so that in the process of striving to be good, I actually managed to do something good for myself. Of course, when I exchanged notes with cousins, I realized that was a Paingan trait and Amma was just a torchbearer amongst all these Paingans who were unleashing this strategy on their children. Some of my colleagues keep asking me what I do to take care of my mother. I tell them that she's the one who's taking care of Ramya and me. She's so busy all day, super active and manages her time so well. There has not been a letdown in her self-discipline even one bit. That's how I guess she keeps herself very fit. And all three of us underwent a thorough blood work recently. And it was no surprise that Amma turned out to be the fittest amongst the three of us. As I gather my thoughts for talking here, you know, I'm kind of... just when I was saying all this, I suddenly realized a sudden fear gripped me that, you know, by the time I finish this and you watch all this and she's going to come to me, Jay, edukda, inda tammatallam thevaya. And I'm also worried that, you know, all the things that I've been trying to gather, I might have missed one particular person's message and that's going to make her unhappy. But Amma, today you're turning 30 and 80 and everybody doesn't turn 80 every day. So please sit back and soak up all the accolades coming straight from the hearts of so many people who truly, 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 truly love you. Amma, to me, you're like a Jedi master, completely in control of yourself at all points of time and exudes a comforting presence to people who are around you. I strive to be like her in many ways. I know I'm still a novice, a Padawan still trying to figure out how she does it. I know I will do very well for myself in life as I grow older, even if I get to half of what she's able to do. And no matter how much older I grow, I will always be the boy looking to hold the edge of your sari and hiding behind the comfort you offer, so unselfishly and unconditionally. Happy birthday, Ma. God bless you. Thank you for being you. That is the greatest gift that anybody could have ever got in their life. Bye.
Hi, here I am trying to pay tribute to a power-packed matriarch celebrating her 80th birthday. What can I really say when all her kith and kin have done such a tremendous job of collecting and putting their priceless thoughts together and presenting them in such a beautiful way, making it abundantly clear that she's a superwoman who means a lot to them. Well, I guess I have the honor and privilege of sharing a very special and unique relationship with her, that of being her daughter, a truly unique relationship. Mother-daughter relationship is a foray into many firsts for the daughter. First fun, first friend, first role model, and many more such things through the years. So, what was it like being raised by Super Sundaram? Yes, that's what I want to call her because I think she really is a potent combination of Sundaram Bal and Sundaram Iyer. She's very organized and meticulous in everything she does in her day-to-day life. Her kitchen is organized a certain way. Clothes are to be folded in a particular way, etc., etc. I can feel fellow Paingans actually nod in approval, for it is second nature to most of them. The amount of self-discipline in all this that she exhibits is very impressive. She's always up at 5 a.m. bustling with energy to take on the day no matter where she is. Of course, I have not inherited most of these traits. I guess it's chromosomal aberrations perhaps. Maybe it'll skip a few generations and surface at some point. Wishful thinking, but good thinking nevertheless. Moving on. Captain Bhagyalakshmi did run a tight ship. She always had her she always held her children to exalting standards, expecting us to do our best in whatever we did. In my younger days, it was a little confusing. We would be admonished for certain traits, but the same would be accepted in others. Even empathized with endearingly as ayyo pavam. Simple things, like using a particular karandi for pal and a particular patram for tayir. She was a stickler to it. Putting things away as soon as you're done cooking. Yeah, she is a Nazi in some sense when it comes to it. she really expected us to abide by it. And I've gotten an earful plenty of times, whereas, I've seen others deviate from her standards, but then they would get away with it. So what is the real deal here? Is this double standards? It took me years, actually decades, to realize that actually we, her children, and now Ramya and Murli too, by virtue of their marriage, are perceived by her not as family, but actually as clear extensions of herself, which means she applies to us what she applies to herself. That is, the rules of excellence she lives by and excels at. Not an easy task, trust me. We're still working at it, trying hard, to get there. Maybe we will take a lifetime to get there, but we know we are only getting better at who we are because of that, regardless of whether we perfect it. And I truly feel blessed and happy for it. Yes, like I said, she is a stern captain, yet loving and caring. In her ship, there's always room for fun, festivities, food, and family, which is, of course, foremost. She's fiercely loyal to it. I just said we are extensions, right? We are extensions of herself, right? But then, who or what is her family? Family to her implies anyone remotely connected to her or to my father by blood. She continues to tirelessly and steadily support them in whatever way she can. I've never seen her back off from any of the family gatherings. She's always there in the middle of activities, buzzing like a bee, slowly and steadily taking charge, ensuring that everything gets done the way it should be done. I know most of you will acknowledge that that's how she is. She, I think, has a solid relationship pretty much with everybody she interacts with. But then, aren't relationships super complicated? It's never steady. There are always ups and downs. There are disappointments and heartaches, which are part of it. I want to say it's like munching on a bag of peanuts. You're enjoying pretty much every bite of it, unless there's one that's rancid that gets in the way and completely messes your taste buds. To me, relationships are like that. There are unpleasantness that happens now and then, and personally, I know I get pissed and angry and irritated. But what has amazed me with her is that I've never ever seen her pissed at anyone, upset enough to actually express her hurt, anger, or disappointment. I've never seen her ever speak ill of anybody in 45 years of my life. She's never passed harsh judgments or made assumptions. I'm not kidding. I mean, this is really true. I'm sure Jay and Ramya and even Murli will absolutely corroborate what I'm saying. To top it, every time I have expressed even a mild disapproval of certain behaviors in some of the family members, she would jump to defend them, justifying why they might have done what they did. Can you believe this? That is how fiercely loyal she is. She's unwavering from her sense of right and is fully committed to loving her family with all her might. There are times when I've seen people be mean to her, throw harsh words at her, which is rare. I'm not saying it occurs all the time, but it's happened once or twice. But even in those situations, I've never seen her react. No yelling, no screaming, no crying, and yep, no bitching either. I'm not kidding. I've never seen her bitch. I'm not kidding. It's unbelievable, but it's true. She sports an armor of steady calmness through all sorts of storms, enduring them, emerging shinier and stronger. I don't know how she does it, and these are lessons I think go a long way in life, which I'm beginning to learn and understand and appreciate only now. But, better late than never. I really am glad that it's happening at least now. Life, does not come with a manual. I guess that's why we all have a mother. Mine is more than a manual. My mother is one of the brightest and sharpest persons I know. Even before I could. Life, does not come with a manual. That is why we have mother. Mine is more than a manual. She's one of the brightest and sharpest of the minds, or sharpest of persons I know. Even before I could gauge that for myself, her uncles and siblings have shared stories of how she excelled academically. There are many instances when I've heard, she winning awards and accolades. One instance where I remember apparently the awards she got was stacked up on her arms, that they were towering over her. That's how good she was in pretty much everything academically. And of course, even I saw a couple of others also share, I think Sudhamani and Rameshama, I think, how she would interrogate her siblings after exams, analyzing their question paper. I think all these was because she has this insatiable appetite for knowledge and learning. I've seen it with us, the rigors with which she got involved in her siblings' exams happened to us too, and there were concepts that were new to her when we were in school, but that would never daunt her. She would try to understand what it was all about. I think it's this prospect of learning something new, that insatiable appetite for knowledge, that drove her to be inquisitive. And I think that's what keeps her alert and active even today as she enters the 8th decade of her life. Oh yes, you might catch her dozing off in front of TV, especially while watching news. I know a lot of Paingans share this trait. And, and you tell her, Amma Tungara, she'll say, Illa illa ketun irukken. And believe it or not, she will somehow be processing what's being said. And again, this is a very unique Paingan trait, which we saw in Sundaram Tata, and maybe a little bit in Raghumama. And I see it in Hamsa sometimes. And, maybe a little bit in Sujatu. Yes, that insatiable appetite for knowledge is something which has driven her all her life. And I think that's the reason why she continues to be pretty active. Even when she was visiting us, when Siddhi was born, every day she would actually pore over New York Times, cover to cover, reading the op-ed, reading whatever was there, understanding it enough to actually hold an intelligent conversation with anybody. She really is a repository of different kinds of knowledge. She can counsel people. She has excellent recipes that she is willingly sharing with anybody who asks her. Extremely creative, as we have seen in her Navaratri presentations. She discusses cricket. Name it, you can talk to her about it. She really is an encyclopedia in some sense. But you know what? In all this, she's extremely humble. She's never even subtly claimed that she's good at something or better than somebody. I've always been in awe of this trait because I'm never like that. Any chance of showing that I'm good at something or telling people, I do it. She's never done that. To top it, I've actually witnessed her demurely listening to boastful conversations of self-obsessed folks without judging them or even being dismissive. And also, another thing I wanted to say is, everyone knows that she had this opportunity to pursue medicine. And not once in 45 years have I heard her actually lament over it, over a missed opportunity, or even mildly ponder if her life would have been different had she had those opportunities. Even in the dreariest and direst of times, she's never expressed that her life could have been different if, those opportunities had been fulfilled or if she had made better choices. She's actually embraced every moment of her life wholeheartedly, striving to make the best of what has been doled out to her without ever complaining. I think these are what make her truly special and much worthy of all the love and adulations, bestowing an almost reverential, godlike status to her. She really does sound like a saint, doesn't she? Well, she almost is, but for a very few strong opinions on one matter. And yes, it's a matter of food. Yes, food. She hates garlic, only next to lice. And she can sniff them both, how much ever you try to mask them. And she loves, absolutely loves ice cream, almost as much as she loves her family. She will enjoy it as much as her family, and she'll enjoy them both anytime, anywhere. There you go. She is human after all. I'm very proud to be her daughter, regardless of how much I'm not like her. Do I want to be like her? Yes, in certain aspects. Yeah, she is a very tough act to follow. Her grandson wisely noted that the problem with being the best is you have to consistently live up to it. I don't think I have it in me to do that. The size 16 shoes of the mighty 4-foot 11-inch frame belong actually at the museum as a unique symbol of humanity. I don't think it's meant for me to fill it, and I'm not even going to try to do that. Happy birthday, Amma. You really are a great person, such an inspiration to all of us. Here's wishing you a fantastic 80th, filled with loads of love and laughter for you to recharge and take on many more decades as a loving matriarch and the beacon of this clan. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Amma!
Hi, on behalf of Ramya, Jay, Murli, and me, of course, we wanted to thank each and every one of you for taking the time and effort and putting your thoughts together in such a memorable way. We really, really appreciate it. And we love you very much. Last but not the least, this is Ramya's brainchild. Ramya, I think this was just brilliant. Amma's going to cherish it forever. And Jay, for your relentless effort in piecing it all together, pulling all those all-nighters. Thank you again, guys. This is awesome, participating in this and presenting this. Hope you all enjoy it. We all love you very much. Take care.